Okay, we're doing fire signs, collective energy. I'll just wait briefly for a few people to get on. And I've got to remember not to shout, because whenever I'm saying hello to people, when I listen to it later, I'm always shouting. How are we anyway? I'll have to be short and sweet because I'm waiting for this client to come through. Are we ready for the retrograde? I must do the collective energies for the twin flames because I can feel an energy shift. Hey Kimberly, how are you? Hello, how are you? So are we fire signs? Because we have fire sign energy we're going to be doing here. I need to talk about Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Ooh, big energy. Moving right along. I can feel the energy coming. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm like, no more. I'll have Mark on Skype go, Yildiz! I've had a hike to de-stress. Yeah, there is a shift. I've been listening to a bit of the collective energy, and I already picked that there was going to be a lot of karmic changes come the retrograde, and I can already feel the energy. Aries. Well, I might as well start on the Aries notion. We need to be super careful during the retrograde, but I will be doing a retrograde video, I think. And that's for us to be a little bit more prepared about how we make our decisions during this time. Aries. What am I picking for you guys? Financially speaking, yeah, you're at two sides. You're in it, but you're not in it, if you know what I mean. Now, when I'm saying that, it's like you've got great manifestation power when it comes to the cash component, but directly speaking, it's like something's missing. You can put your finger on it, but it's almost like you're doing it to keep your mind off things, but really the thing that you used to do to keep your mind off things, the Band-Aid effect, which is work for you guys, it's just super not working right now. So there's something amiss, and you're really wanting, you don't know quite how to address it. You're sort of getting to the point where you're looking at it going, I don't really want to look at that aspect right now. Some of it can be painful. Some of it can be connected to a person who's passed over or a past tense partner. And it's just, it feels like it's really blocking you. It's either past love, and it's like there's this big wall up around you. The facade on the outside is super cool and collected. People are triggering you. But again, you're persevering forward and you're pouring your energy into work, but it's just not working for you. It's now coming to that head that a lot of realizations are coming about through it, and it's really frustrating you. Yeah, a lot of what the retrograde is doing to us collectively is it's actually not giving us a choice but to actually reflect in on, you know, the Band-Aid effect. I mean, we really should call Chiron the Band-Aid effect. It's or waxing, what do you want to call it? Sort of ripping that, you know, plaster off so that we can look at these weeping wounds. Whatever we use to not look at our problems, Aries are fantastic at manifestors, okay? But you have got into a zone of feeling you're a cash component. You're a huge asset, but you're so much more than cash. So, you know, although you might be wanting to climb that mountain, which does build self-esteem and it builds your castle, the castle in the sky is starting to get super lonely, and it's simply not enough. It's like you're up in the clouds and you're looking down and you're thinking, well, no one else has chased me up this bloody hill, so what am I doing sitting up here all alone? And then you will get paranoid connected to, well, is this person actually going to love me because of me, or are they directly connecting with me for my assets? Or what, now that I've succeeded, you know, are you here simply for that factor? So a lot of it can be ego related. A lot of what is going on is ego related. But whatever you physically used, it doesn't have to be cash. But it's like there's an aspect of a wall going on, and now you're realizing it's starting to feel a little bit lonely. That can even be within the relationship. So you've sort of come to a place now where you're having to look at those situations, and people who you've been relating to, for those of you who have been single and sort of testing the waters, it's not, you're undecided which would suit you best in a shape or form of a relationship, if you really haven't come to that kind of acceptance of a correct partner in your mind, if you've chosen to be single. And that's simply because your authenticity has been very protected. So now that that wall's coming down, you're actually coming to a place where, no, you're not wanting to be vulnerable, but you definitely are wanting someone who's very, very real. But it does feel like a super risk to actually go and, hi Giggle. So that part is creating a lot of issues. Also with the ascension, again, the nausea is going to increase. So that will be coming back. Sagittarius, you're keeping a wall up as well. And again, it's like, it feels as though the fire signs at the moment have this dynamic of cash going on, and I'm not so sure why. Now, it's almost like Sagittarians are in the middle sort of thing when it comes to this. You've got the 50-50 balance where you're trying to keep the balance connected to your balance of, what you give to your people that you love, and the balance of what you're giving to, what you need to at a financial level. But there's something missing, and it's self. The self notion is coming through for Sag. And that's where, you might be in a partnership and giving quite a bit to your partnership and doing the right thing, and then giving to your work, but it sort of feels like you've gone by the wayside somewhere in there. And in that middle zone, it may be when you're driving home, you're just getting into this mindset of thinking to yourself, well, what about me? A lot of you are doing a lot of deep spiritual healing, and it is again connected to your childhood, your past path, what you're trying to move towards, why you have the blocks there. And it feels like you have a block connected to success. Like you're a very successful sign, but some of you have this aspect of a block, almost feeling like when you're in a certain box, and that might be you're in a relationship, suddenly you've got to do X, Y, and Z, but you're sort of getting to a point where some notion past tense is blocking you from believing you can do a certain thing. Now, when I say a certain thing, it might be something horrendous has happened, and then suddenly you believe you can't step into a new career field. Some sense of a block is going to come to the surface this month, and you're going to be looking at it very differently, and you're going to be actually getting a bit angry with it, and getting to a place where you're thinking, oh, I just don't want to keep doing this. This isn't enough. I need to actually spread my wings a bit further and come to a place where I look at different options here. Some of you might jump out of a career altogether and jump into a different one. Others of you are just moving past that blockage and starting to make that dream come true. There is conflict with a lot of you guys at the moment with communication, so be cautious with your communication. And I do see a family related dynamic coming up this month, which might be a bit testing for you guys. Leo, again, I've been hearing songs again in my head, and it's do I stay or do I go? And it's this undecided energy about what you're going to do and how you're going to balance everything. And it's almost like you're trying to make everybody happy, and you're walking on eggshells, but you're getting tired of that. So the eggshell factor is getting quite frustrating for you. And you're probably going to have a bit of verbal diarrhea going on this month, where you're going to snap and you're actually going to tell a few home truths. A lot of us are feeling that the energy is building up, and there is going to be an aspect of agitation coming through. So you're going to need to be really mindful of that. Now, any energy coming back from the past of unresolved issues. A lot of us in a retrograde may have people come back. Retrograde is a real poor time for that to happen. If anything, we're better off to apply our energy to our life and try and dig into the cause of situations. Come September, it bodes better. Some of us won't have that luxury though. If it's coming back, it will be yes or no, very much. So however that energy goes, pace yourselves connected to that, work through it. Don't jump the gun right away like that, because in a retrograde, 9 times out of 10, what you'll find with the way the planets are at the moment is you'll look at it, but it's more a notion of finalizing things and casting them than actually cementing it and moving forward. So twin flame situations are different, but it will be an energy of back and forward energetics. So you need to be cautious connected to that. But I will do more research into it. And I'll end up doing the element signs for the twin flames. And as I said, I will be doing that on the website at the beginning of the month. So in the next couple of days, probably by Monday. You never know, I might get super excited tomorrow and do it, but I do have the power off here tomorrow. That's why I've blocked the day out. Any questions? But finances heavily for the fire signs at the moment, which are really impacting them. And family, huge family related dynamics for the fire signs this month. So you may have conflict with children, miscommunication, trying to tee things up, if there's child related dynamics going on where you're trying to get to X, Y, and Z and you're just not quite getting there on time. Aries is how do I put it? Aries is moving past the facade of feeling they're a cash component. They've got a lot of healing to do actually, but theirs is the more internal one, I feel, out of all of them. I feel Aries is really going inside themselves at the moment. They've already dealt with a lot of adversity connected to judgment and ego. They're getting a bit cross at the family related dynamics and all the bickering. It's just too much for Aries at the moment. And they've already verbalized their point, and now it's just going on deaf ears, and now they're going inside themselves and getting to the point they're just saying this is enough. Yeah, they're like, they need something more cemented. But a lot of that has been not that they probably felt such, but a lot of it is like attracts like. So, when our frequency is of a certain level, we do attract that same vibration. So very much because they felt their self-esteem was built on a solid foundation. Now that they've reached that peak of that Mount Everest, so to speak, and they've got up there and they're sort of going, what to from here? Now they're wanting the more spiritual, the internal, because how do I put it? They've built their tower so high and now it's feeling super lonely that they're actually now going inside and thinking, well, what's the good of having a great tower, fantastic assets, and nobody to share that with? And they're very tired from that excess work. They're really needing a holiday at the moment. And, a lot of us energetically, if we don't realign ourselves or keep ourselves grounded, that will come to a point where, with our chakras being imbalanced and fatigue, we can become very sick. So we do need to keep that energy balanced. And I am feeling for Aries at the moment, they're really burning the candle at both ends. Sagittarius may be moving. Leo, perhaps yes. But it's going to be conflict there for Leo. Like I said, do I stay, do I go? It's like left, right. But I feel it'll be their choice, if anything. Leos are feeling a little bit agitated at the moment and very claustrophobic energy going on. But it's not, the female versions and the male versions, you always get a differing energy coming through with them. But yeah, they're making major decisions at the moment, major energetic decisions. Any other questions, guys? No questions. As I'm looking at the zodiac signs, tuning in to see if I can feel anything more. Leos need to be careful with cars as well. There might be some mechanical, and I'm not talking accident, I'm talking more mechanical related issues. So many questions. Well, where would you like to start, Giggle? Hit me with it. I'm here now. It's going to be another late night. Well, maybe I'll jump off and I'll do the earth signs, and then I'll see if this person calls, and then I might do a collective energy. If I can keep my eyes awake, I might have to get myself a short black. I shall tune out and I will come back for the earth signs. I'll have to quickly kind of tune into my third eye with that one. But if there's any questions connected to in the there's a, what do I call it? See, brain dead. I have folders on Yilda's readings, and I have created a chakra list. Now, in that chakra, there is one connected to meditation for finance. Now, generally speaking, it comes down to your sacral chakra, and I've got to think now. Your sacral chakra and heart chakra. But there is a financial one. So just go and have a look at that, and that should be able to help you. But yes, all of us are, but I'll do the retrograde read soon and explain the reasons why financially. Look, it's Chiron and a lot of the planets at the moment, they're actually making us learn to live with less, because it's actually triggering creativity. But if you get your solar plexus balanced, that's all the art of creativity. That's going to help you manifest the cash component. It is temporary though, but you need to be proactive. In a retrograde, that's going to be more difficult, but you're going to have to push the shit uphill, so to speak. You're really going to have to push. I mean, hey, I'm doing that myself at the moment, and I think everyone collectively is, but we've got to go to the reserve tank, and we need to be very creative, very cautious about how we apply it, and try and keep yourself grounded. Where you've got the time, apply it to your life in a different manner, so you're still kind of investing in that situation to move forward. You just got to keep really grounded. It's temporary though. It may be a 3-month temporary for some, but we'll see how it goes. I will be back.